then we're good to go. All right, so here we are again. People, anyone tuning into this here transmission is another episode of Iris of Our Eye. I think this one is 46, which is crazy. I'm only like 6 away from the first year's worth of stuff. It's kind of been a goal I've been working towards when in doing this thing is getting to 52. Because when I had first started, I was trying to do one every week, but I went to Mexico and fucking my life fell apart a little bit there, so it was didn't happen. But we're almost there, so it feels good. I'm sitting down with this artist today. Her name is Tanisha. I don't remember her last name. I'm awful. I apologize.
It's okay.
I just remember this. She's also from Threads. If you're tired of hearing that, too bad. I remember you had said something about having aliens in your profile, and but uh, it was, and then I think there was definitely some type of visual art involved, painting. Um,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I just feel like that I'm not doing your introduction justice. But besides painting and the vibing with the extraterrestrial life, is there any other type of art that you do? I'm sorry.
Oh yes. Well, for starters, I want to say, my name is Tanishia Shanae. That's my
Tanisha.
I don't. Yes, Tanishia Shanae. I do art, of course, digital. I also do abstract. I do poetry as well. So I did publish a poetry book 2020. I'm working on my second one.
Nice.
And love aliens. I'm a bohemian. I'm just, I'm free spirit, non-conformist. That's just pretty much me to the T. Like I'm a very, very, very spiritual person. So that's the best way I could describe myself.
Perfect. Thank you so much for helping me help you. I just right from the rip. I like to just start with this question because it's so broad and kind of then we go from there. But like, what is art to you?
To me, art is just a form of expression. I don't really put art into like a box. It's many things, but for me personally, it's the thing that I use to express myself. I pretty much started doing art 2017. I didn't know I was talented at it really. I just got laid off from my job at the time. Tried to stay sane because I hate not being able to take care of myself like that. So my boyfriend at the time, I asked him, can he just buy me some art supplies just so I could be able to, paint and draw, do whatever I need to do to just free my mind. And that's when I found I was talented at it. So for me, art is just a way of expressing yourself, whether that's you upset, you want to express love, you want to heal the world, however you choose to do it. It's just a way to express just creatively. And that's how I view art to be, just many forms of that, but going to the common goal of expressing.
Sure. Yep. I've been hearing that a lot recently. A lot of people that I've been talking to have been saying that art is just expression, and it definitely is. I mean, there is like, why else would you make something? I guess other than like, I guess you could go for like the making money part of it, but like that's not super fucking. I don't know. It's a part of it, I guess, but it's definitely more so. I think most people that engage with it are there for like the healing and the expressing, just letting whatever they're feeling out without like doing damage to themselves or the people that they care about.
Right.
So you had said that you had just kind of picked it up in 2017, um, and that was just with painting and drawing. So like,
Mm-hmm.
had you, where did poetry kind of fit in to that?
Well, poetry is something that I've done since high school. I had to be, I think, 15 or I had to be 15, 16 around the time. It's just another way I expressed. I was going through a lot in life. Um, I just did it, and one day my classmate read my poem, and then she started asking me to make one for her boyfriend, and then everybody started requesting poems. We had a poetry assignment in my language arts class. I did everybody's work. They all got A's. It's just something that I don't know. I have an addiction, especially like poetry is my first love. Like that's what I did first
Mm-hmm.
because I've art. Let me go back a little bit too because I've done art in college. You know how they have you do the courses to get to what you really need to do.
Right.
And I hated it. I never thought I would do it. I was like, I'm not about to sit here and do this just to get to where I go. So I dropped school. Like I dropped out of college because I got tired of my professor telling me, "Oh, that's not how you shade. That's not how you do this." I'm like, "Well, isn't it about what I want to do?"
Mm-hmm.
So it was just crazy that it came back around to that. But yeah, poetry is my first love since the age of 15, and then you know, art officially became something I did when I was 26, 27.
Okay. Yeah. So there definitely, I definitely, am hearing the nonconformist or like the not to say, well, because it's like the idea of like the classically trained artists, whether they be like a classically trained musician or a classically trained painter, like they go through the institutions and they learn all the techniques the way that the people in charge of them are telling them to do. But you were just like, fuck all that noise. I don't want to do none of that. Which
Right.
which I totally respect and feel very much the same. That it's kind of just like trailblaze your own way and figure it out as you go along because it's more exciting that way when you don't know what you don't know.
Right. I agree with that. Yeah, I never been the type to like to be told what to do. I just really don't. I
Right.
hate it with a
Oh man, dude. Whew, calm down, right? Like, don't tell me to calm. Don't tell me to calm down.
right.
Oh my god, dude. Yep, exactly. All right. So then, what do you feel like has been a big influence with you? Because I'm just curious, like with poetry, like you could read other people's poems, but then again, it also obviously boils down to like what you're going through and your like influences and like what you grew up reading or being exposed to. So what were some of those, or what do you feel like is like somebody you're like I like to write like them, or maybe just like to paint like them, whichever way.
Want to be honest? Nobody. I
Nobody.
didn't like. Yeah. When I okay, so you know how they ask you what you want to be when you grow up. I never knew. I just was trying to survive. So I
Mm-hmm.
didn't really. Even in school, I wasn't paying attention. I just wanted to go to lunch and go home. Like I didn't want to be there. So I didn't really know too much about different artists and even different poets. Like I knew the names of them, but I never like read somebody's poems or studied anybody's art. I just was going through it and I just decided to just do it myself. It came natural, basically. So, but if I had to say now though, after researching people, getting some type of inspiration, Maya Angelou is definitely my favorite, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was reading her book Conversations with Maya Angelou, and she really inspired me a lot. And then as far as artists goes, there's so many people. My goodness, it's so many talented people. But of course, Basquiat, he's number one. I love him. Um, I forgot his name. His name on IG is Art by Walk, so it's Art by WAK.
Mm-hmm.
He's my like he is literally my favorite now. I don't think I could be as good as him because his style is just really particular, but he really inspired me to go through it now for sure.
Nice. Yeah, there's a thing of it's cool to see like the levels that people are at, and then
Mm-hmm.
trying to not be like, oh man, I'll never get there, because it's like we're all doing our own thing, or
Right,
there's a lot of like copycats or people who are trying to like fake it till they make it by imitating what they see as already being successful or what they think other people already like.
right,
But I definitely feel that there, to like be authentic or genuine in your own like field or your own person or your own soul requires a level of just like, all right, well, I see what you guys are doing, and okay, I'm gonna try to do this other thing that I think like something in me is saying like I gotta do this other thing. Like okay,
right.
so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that. And then so I guess where where did spirituality or like quote unquote religion, like where did that like come into play with the your life's journey?
Okay, so you asked some really good questions. I like that. That's cool. Um, Basically, since I was a child, it may sound weird, but I don't really be caring at this point. I just be honest with my truth. So since I was a child, I was able to see spirits.
Mm-hmm.
Since I was literally a child. So I used to be in the church with my great grandparents that was Baptist. My mother, she was a Christian, but I just never really been into church. That was never me.
Mm-hmm.
I do walk with Christ because religion and a relationship totally different. I have done many things. Like I believe in African spirituality for sure. I believe even the teachings of Buddha. I believe all of that. Like it's about what really sits with you. But my path has always been right back to Christ. But I cannot stand religion. So I don't believe in telling somebody, "Oh, you're going to hell because of your sexuality or because of you being a human being and making mistakes." I'm like, I don't care. I was like, I'm not God to tell you what you're gonna do. Just be the best that you can be. Like what you like, do your thing. I don't care. So it's like with my spirituality, I just that's just a huge part of who I am. Like I have to meditate, I have to journal, I have to pray. Sometimes I read the Bible, sometimes I don't. I talk to my ancestors. I have to do that. The universe, because I believe they all work in my favor. I believe in all of that.
Mm.
So it's just I'm very very big on nature. Especially I learned a lot from nature.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that answered the question, but yeah, spirituality. That's just how I go about my spirituality. Like I have to. I'm not really the type to be like, oh, write this down 7 times to manifest what you want. And I don't do all of that. I just naturally manifest because I'm a Pisces also.
Mm-hmm.
So I just it just kind of easily comes to me anyway. But yeah, it's just that's just who I am. I don't know if that answered your question. I tried to answer that. I don't know if it answered it, but
Oh yeah, I think so. You it's
yeah.
just always been a part of your life, whether that be like the fucking in a the standardized sort of like church Baptist setting, and then it just got even yeah separate or like in conjunction with that like you were just able to always perceive kind of the other side of the veil uh, through like
Um, yeah.
however that manifests for you, obviously. That's what a gift. Maybe I don't know. It's I don't know if jarring is the right word, but I know that like there are people out there that like if you said that to them, they'd be like, no way, that's malarkey or what have you, because that's just not the way that they perceive reality or like or interact with the world, and it's little can be frustrating. Feels frustrating to me that they're closed mindedness or that they feel so certain that like
Yeah.
only the material world is the real deal and everything else is like not so.
Honestly, truly, I can't even associate myself with those type of people. Like, um, it really got heavy for me. My spirituality very, very heavy for me when I lost my mom in 2020.
Mm,
When I lost her, that's when because I kind of been kind of blocked from it when she was alive because I was just so focused on work and work and work, and I couldn't really do anything else besides work. So when she passed, and I had to go through that grieving period and then go through these different experiences in life. I remember when she passed, I would literally felt like I was having an out of body experience. How you try to stop yourself from doing something, but you can't. It's like you just keep doing it. You trying to like stop, but you can't.
yeah.
I was doing things I was like, that ain't me, but it was definitely a different type of walk at that point because it exposed me to even more than I already knew.
Mm,
So that's why I said I can't even really associate myself with people who are closed minded because I have to talk to people who are open minded, like you said, because I remember I had plenty of Bible thumpers coming at me. Like they tried to say, your ancestors are demonic. I'm like, how are you gonna tell me my grandmother, my great grandmother, my mother are devils? Like, are you serious?
right.
So it's just, yeah, people are kind of weird if they don't understand it. They always label it demonic, but my relationship with Christ, like I was saying, and me having the knowledge of African spirituality, how honestly the Bible takes from that just different names and everything like
Mm,
that. I'm just what I was like, when it's all said and done, it's gonna go to the same thing anyway. So that's why a lot of Bible thumpers that would come at me, I was like, you know what? Obviously, the way you think, you really was really taught this way because you're a pastor.
right.
You didn't really research, you didn't pray about it yourself, and I'm the type of person that questions everything. I'm not gonna you tell me.
Yeah.
I'm just so yeah, I can't do it. People close my eye, I just cannot.
Yeah. It hurts. It hurts the part of you that like wants to seek and know and understand the truth. At least it does for me. It feels very like
Mhm.
deep in my being that it's like, oh, you're just gonna like you have your line in the sand and anything over that you're just like, nope, gonna push that away, deny it, or uh, attack it sometimes, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is just like people, god damn it, people,
Right.
what am I gonna do with you?
Right.
Oh man. So you're working on a second poetry book, and I'm assuming more art pieces. Is there any like specific intention with finishing those projects?
Yeah. Um. Well, let me start with the art part. The reason I'm doing more art these days is because I don't know. I've been doing this for 8 years, so and you know what's so crazy? I don't ever say this to be boastful. I'm not a boastful person at all. But one thing I've noticed with my art, I've been at plenty of jobs. I've been in a lot of situations where I had to go from this job, that job, whatever. Nothing has blessed me like art has blessed me. Like I literally just had like a few years ago I had an IG before I deleted it, and I only had like 50 followers. Do you know who Chrisette Michelle is?
It does not ringing any bells right now for me.
Okay. She was on a song with Rick Ross, Ashton Martin music with Drake,
Okay.
the singer. She just happened to see my art and she called it dope, and I was like, "You saw my art?" I was very happy about that, like out the blue. And then recently on my new account that I have on here, Kate Michelle followed me. I was like, okay, my art keeps bringing people to me like celebrities out of nowhere. I don't even be knowing how that happens. And then not only that, but just the support I get from my art and my poetry. So I'm like, I do my art a lot these days because I'm like, okay, obviously this is meant for me. I just moved from Atlanta to Florida, so I have the opportunity now to just focus solely on that. And then with the poetry, I just know that my voice can heal people. Like anybody who hear my poems or read my poems, they always say that it heals them. They always say, as a general, they are inspired by me or they, admire me, whatever the case. So I was like, okay, well, I can't keep being silent about stuff I go through because I'm a very private person. So I would tell you something like this, but I'm not gonna tell you everything. So I was just like, you know what, this poetry book I'm creating now is gonna have me being super vulnerable, super exposed. And I don't care
Mm,
because I know that's gonna really help somebody. So that's why I'm doing that too as well.
nice. There's a lot of strength in vulnerability, even though it's kind of
Yeah,
we're told there's weakness, but it's just like it's a raw, honesty that like it's just like it exposes what the fuck's really going on. And I think that kind of has to do with like the world itself, or like the systems of power, or however you want to say, the people pulling the levers, kind of just like to play in the shadows a lot, so that they try to train people to like be like them, and that would involve like a denial of like reality in a way, if I could say it that like that. Sheesh. Try not to yeah, well, I'd be lying if I said I try not to be too conspiratorial. I'm pretty like think I know it's like to think I know what's going on, but I'm just kind of waiting until the shit hits the fan, and then maybe it'll be truly exposed one way or the other. Uh,
right. Yep,
Man.
it's on right now.
Yeah, it's a wild, weird, wild world. I fucking that whole like they were at war with Iran for like 10 days, and then they're just like, ah, yeah, okay, we're not doing that anymore because we got what we needed done, and I like saw a thing on Instagram that said that like they like did the whole like what is it like not dog and pony show, but like they like did their like war theater of like scaring people to like not have people paying attention of weird laws that they were passing in Congress. And I'm just like,
Right.
oh my god, man, it's so like it's so weird to like have to see it the way that you see it, and know that there are people who are still like trying to see it the way that like you were told growing up the way the world is. It's like he's still I feel like I'm just still waiting for like the veil to be cast off and lifted, and the like some real disclosure or exposure of like people on like Epstein's list and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes. And this, my goodness. There's a lot of stuff we can say, and a lot of people think we crazy, but it's like, as soon as the truth comes, I said, didn't I tell you that? It's a laughing matter at that point, because I'm like, you should just listen, but.
right. Like all this shit that conspiracy theorists have been saying for like decades that like eventually comes out as like, oh no, you were right the whole fucking time, and like no one's ever like, oh hey, sorry that you were right. Like we just fucking like ruined your life, or fucking like shunned you from fucking our family or whatever the fuck. It's like, oh my god, like
Really, the best people, though, who think like that, honestly, I feel like that's the dopest people. We are the dopest people, to be honest. I like people who just think outside the box, who ain't easily convinced. My sister, she the same way. We
mm-hmm.
all the same. Like, we see it, but at the same time, you got to keep your peace of mind too, because of a lot of craziness, and if you allow it, it will drive you crazy. So,
Right. There's like the balance of like when you fall down too deep into like what you think that the people pulling the strings are doing. You're playing their game. As soon as that goes, so you gotta like come back and focus on what the fuck you're trying to do with your life, which is like this
hmm
such a weird thing of like you're being selfish, but your selfishness is selfless, which is like
That
counter.
was look at that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, counterintuitive. I like to write rhymes, more like the musical sense, but like there's like poetry is just a beautiful like thing, even if it's not super rhymey. But I have a kind of a very specific bent on like making things rhyme. But you don't need to do that, and I think that there's a lot of beauty in not doing that, even though it's not my style,
Hmm.
so to say. But now that I said the B word, what do you think? What do you think is beautiful? Like what is beauty to you?
You mean as far as in life, people, or you just saying in general? Like,
Yeah, yeah. The overarching like what do you think beauty is, and then what do you think are some beautiful things?
okay, that's a really good question. Let me think. So beauty to me is pretty much just as much as I don't like people, I love people. So I guess I would say beauty to me is just seeing people just being authentically themselves and just enjoying life and especially with each other because this money don't mean anything. A lot of this physical stuff don't mean anything. Life is really about spending time with people that you love and then being true to yourself. I have this mantra where I tell myself all the time that I thrive in my truth, and I do. So it's like that's beautiful to me when I see people just be unapologetically themselves and just enjoy their life because I'm Tanishia now. The next life I may be somebody else. I ain't gonna have the same family. I'm not gonna have the same friends. You wanna get it this one time. So I find beauty in that and know that each day is a new beginning to experience living your life. And then of course I love God, like I said, so the forgiveness of God. But beautiful things to me. I told I'm big on nature.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very big on nature. So anything in nature. So clouds, moon, skies, water, the trees, anything like that. You can show me a dog, I'll get emotional. I'll talk to a dog before I talk to a human being. Absolutely. I just simple thing, innocent things like anything that's pure and not of this world. I love. I think
But
that's
what you said sounded beautiful. I thought so. There's man that was great. I don't even know. I feel like I'm almost speechless. God damn it. But there was something I wanted to say, dude. This is so frustrating. Oh yeah, yeah, okay. So it was around because of how you had said that like people expressing and like being themselves to the best of their ability is this like very beautiful and like awe-inspiring experience for you. And I would agree that like when you see somebody just owning who they are, there's just like such a like a calm like this is just it. This is what's going on. Deal with it one way or the other.
right.
But I feel that can kind of almost put a target on your back because when you're shining your light as powerfully as you do or as someone who is doing it does, me maybe even, that like you kind of put a laser beam on people's inner demons or the parts of themselves that they haven't fully like accepted, which
Yeah.
then sparks a little bit of not so constructive but hopefully constructive criticism.
Yes, I've experienced that a lot in my life. Trust I know.
Right, exactly. So the question being, what do you
Mm.
how do you cope or deal with or integrate the choice words of other people? Like how do you like find that like this is legit, I should take this in and like work on this, or it'll be like, like that's fucking bullshit, I gotta deal with this idiot right now, like.
So the thing is, I'm real good with reading people energy. So it's just like you could tell when somebody's authentic and when somebody's just, as you said, just insecure, they demons or whatever the case. So a lot of times, for starters, I don't even too much let people in my space.
Mm.
So, I can meet a lot of times when people come up to me, strangers, they telling me their business. I don't really tell them about. They come up to me spending everything to me. I'm like, okay. So if it's people that's like close to me, that's trying to give me constructive criticism, like for example, I listen to my sister, I listen to my brother.
Mm.
Now, certain things they say, I could be like, okay, yeah, that's legit. A lot of times they saying a lot of things that are right. But if it's somebody else who I know is literally triggered by my light, and you can see it in their face. You can look in people's eyes and tell. You can see their demons through their eyes. You can tell if they're pure, if they really have this jealous spirit about them. So as I look at their character, I look at all of that. I pick up on whatever energy I feel for the person. I'm like, no, I'm not listening to you. And a lot of times I'm right. So it's just about kind of like reading the room, basically.
Mm.
That's pretty much what it is. Because I'm like, if I see that you, first of all, don't even love yourself, and you following validation from everybody else, and you don't even have to know how to use your own voice, and me being who I am intimidates you, then I'm not gonna listen to you. And that's just how I see. Because a lot of times I don't even care what people got to say. I'm like, okay, you could tell me something like that, whatever. But if you're somebody I care about, I'm gonna listen. But a lot of times I'm just like, you
Yeah.
could tell who's out there.
Real recognizes real, baby.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yep. Oh man, dude. Yep. That's definitely it for sure. Yep. I that and then the only other thing that I guess that I'll add maybe on top of that would be I don't take advice from people that I wouldn't like trade places with them. Like if
Exactly.
if you're going down the beaten trodden path, again the trailblazing thing of like I'm doing my own things. I can't be like listening to people that are not doing what I'm doing because I'm trying to do this whole weird specific never been done before kind of thing with my life. So it's like I can't be listening to people who are just doing normal shit because it's like that's not me. That's not who I am. So I can't. Sorry, got do my own thing.
I agree with that. Absolutely. For sure.
Yeah, totally. Okay, so this is just out of the blue, and not really related to anything we're talking about, which is I have sort of a gripe with that. Try to at least try to make it related, but this is just a thing that I like to like talk about when I'm doing this. Is what are your thoughts or feelings about artificial intelligence or AI or any of that kind of stuff?
Uh, so you mean like in general with art, just in general?
Well, yeah, like related to like the yeah, like AI art is that real art?
Ooh, don't even get me started on that one. I'd be pissed behind it. I was like, "Are you serious?" And when I be seeing people who don't even pick up a pen or a pencil to even sketch, but you just came out the blue with AI make art and you get paid. I'm like, "Are you serious? The real artists, we having a hard time selling our stuff, and you just do something with AI and you get paid? That's and y'all know this is AI? Like that is weird to me. That is super weird to me. But AI as in general, I can't even say it like I don't use it because I do. I use Chat GPT,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just that I don't depend on it because the thing is, it's like I feel like it take away from people being able to think for themselves and find research on their own. Because for starters, I don't really even like Google to begin with to even find research. I go to books. You find a lot of your information in books. So it's just like it's cool, but it is not because, like I said, you become too dependent. You can't even think for yourself. People are already kind of in a matrix with social media, so imagine AI.
Right.
Like, I don't. I do it if I want to see what a scripture mean. I'm like, well, I was like, okay. So yesterday I was like, so why don't God want us to eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil? That's why I went to that for. I said, oh, okay, that makes sense, and that was about it. But
Mm-hmm.
no, yeah, I don't. It's too much of a handicap.
Yeah. Yeah. It's lowers the barrier of entry, but it also is definitely like cutting corners in a way that you're just using this like tool that's just like blending things together from all the stealing everything else from all the other people and then not paying them, which is just such a fucking like I can't like so annoying to me that like the standard in Silicon Valley is to just be like, all right, well they're just putting everything on the internet for free already, so we're just gonna take it because you're leaving it for us to take. It's like, god damn it, don't pay those people. They put their fucking how much time and energy they put into becoming the person that can make the piece of art that like inspires or that your AI steals from, and you're just not even gonna give them anything. It's just like, so fucked up.
Oh, you just triggered me. You literally just triggered me with that one. When you said people steal the art, I've have experienced that a few times. That's why I have to copyright and trademark my stuff. I have to. That really just triggered just triggered me so bad.
Well, it's
People are weird.
what?
I said people are legit weird.
Yeah, dude. People are super duper weird. It's kind of it's a the fucking the rapper feature. It's an evil world we live in.
Right.
Uh,
It truly is. I'm like, but that lets you know you the shit. If they selling your stuff.
right. They fucking yeah. Oh man, shit. Now you're triggering me some shit. I did a ayahuasca ceremony, and this like just this notion of like things that are like extra real, or they're like so real that other people are like feel the need to like siphon their like energy from how real those like certain things are. Like it was so random because it was like Jar Jar Binks and Snoop Dogg. It was a weird time in my mind at that moment, but it feels very important, and I for some reason have the need to be brought up right now. There's something about oh yeah the quote more related to what we're actually talking about of that like, good artists steal and great artists don't get caught, and that like
Mm,
everything is like a remix. We like nothing is original under the sun, sort of, but that like people that we like who make art have people that they like that they made their art similar to them, and it's just this weird game of can you make your shit different enough that people can't tell who you are trying to be like, I guess.
right. Yeah, that's it's crazy world out here, especially in the creative field. That's why I was just like, I have to. Cause this guy, I was pretty much. He knew I sketch. He knew I do digital art. He actually went to high school with me, but he asked me this when I was adulthood, of course.
Mm-hmm.
He asked me to pretty much make his album cover for him. I said okay. So he sent me three of his pictures, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna put like one where his face is facing this way, it's facing this way, and it's facing this way, like just one of his face going different directions. And he said that he wanted it to look like Jimi Hendrix type of vibe. I said, all right, cool. So I was taking my time doing it, but he was kind of like rushing me. I'm like, dude, you just gave it to me like 3 hours ago. Calm down, like just slow down real quick. So, and I have to keep sending it to you to make sure that's the route you want to go before I go any further. So, long story short, he just stopped texting me out the blue, and then I would say like a week or two after that, he posted on Facebook showing his album cover, and he literally took my stuff, gave it to this guy he's cool with, had him change the background of what I did, but kept everything else that I did and paid him for it.
Bro.
I was mad. Then
Yeah.
this other girl, I write songs too. So I wrote this song, I recorded with her. She took that song and ran off. And then what's the other incident that just happened? Oh, and just a thread situation. I had made this status on threads. It did really good. Just for me to see that somebody else took my same stuff, just put an extra emoji and made it hers. I'm like, are you serious? Y'all just really stealing stuff. Like it's crazy to me.
Have you no shame? God damn it, dude.
Right. And I was like, even like comment that I said, so you just stealing my stuff now? People see this and they still come. I said, y'all just crazy. I said, thank God I don't make money off of this shit because I would have been mad.
Yeah,
I would have
yeah.
been really mad.
What the fuck, dude? That's just so crazy. Yeah, I guess that's fucking copyright and all that shit is important because the fucking your property that comes out of your brain is valuable, but it's not like a tangible like product. So there's just it's
Right.
a little weird fucking game. I guess you gotta fucking play. And that's so
That
fucking crazy.
I didn't open up my store. I have my online store. It actually I sold like two products in just the first week. Actually, within the first 2 days. But I had to shut it down because I don't have a job, so I have to keep. I still try to find a job, and it's kind of hard finding one. So I just pursuing my art full time. So I shut down the store just to make a few tweaks to it, because I was having to pay $16 for delivery. I said, y'all don't lost y'all mind. Let me switch that. But I haven't even reopened it yet because I'm trying to make sure everything get copyrighted and trademark because they saw my shirts. That shirt would sell out. Like when I was in Atlanta and I was walking at this place called the 5 Points, I had literally on my shirt, the shirt that I have in my store.
Mm-hmm.
But I put it on this store because I had a store before. But everybody loved the shirt. So I'm like, imagine if they send them my ideas as is. If they see this shirt, they're gonna steal that and profit. So until I get that handled, then I won't reopen my store because I'm not trying to get something that's stolen. That made me so mad at her at the same time.
Yeah, yeah. That's just like, god damn it, dude. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Oh man, dude, I couldn't even imagine. I mean, like, yeah, making something and having somebody just straight up take it and then not even actually like ever being like, oh yeah, this is who I got it from.
Right, exactly.
Like that's
I'm
such
like, so you want to pay me? You want to pay me by supporting by buying my shirts, or you want to go ahead and pay way more when I sue you? Which one you want to do at this point? Because
yeah. Because
I rather pay $30 and thousands to pay me for
yeah. I'd fucking yes beat your ass with the fucking lawyers, dude. Ugh,
Mhm.
gross. I don't fucking. Not a fan. But if that's what you gotta do, right? That's what you gotta do. You gotta defend yourself from the thieves.
Exactly. Got to.
Wow. Did not think that this was where this conversation would go. But I'm with it. I'm here for it. But where to go next? What's your favorite kind of music?
I love neo soul.
Yes.
And matter of fact, let me also say, uh, I have three. First one is of course neo soul. I love jazz, and I love pop. To be honest, only time you'll ever hear me listen to hip hop is if it's like Outkast or Wu Tang or something like that. I love the ones back in the day. I don't like listening to stuff. The only person I like this out right now is Kodak Black and Big Crit and Thigh High. Outside of them, I don't really listen to hip hop unless it's old school. But definitely neo soul is my favorite.
Nice.
Mm.
Nice. Hmm. I don't even know what the kind of what I listen to right now. It's a very like mixed hodgepodge of stuff. It's like sort of pop, but then like a lot of acoustic stuff. That's like alternative, maybe alternative. It's not really like rock, but it's not like I don't know. I gotta ask I gotta ask a Chat GPT what kind of music I listen to so it can tell me because I have the same problem when I like try to tell people what kind of music I make. I'm like it's hip hop kind of, but like not really. Cause I'm a very wordy person who uses multiple syllables. It's not syllables. What is that? Yeah, syllables. Yeah, things that two words that are too big that are like it's just not like standard words
Mm.
vocabulary. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about anymore.
This is a dope conversation. I give you that. It's fun. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm just trying. I really don't want to pull up my phone and look at the questions. I feel like I should be able to like pull something out of my head right now, but it's just like I'm really drawing a blank. Oh well, and we're not. I'm not perfect, right? Oh yeah. Shush. I like these two. So like the first part is like what do you feel like is like the main theme or message that you're trying to like put into your art for other people to like take or like receive.
honestly, I don't have one. I don't. I create. I've been trying to ask myself for years, what is my niche? Like, what am I trying to say?
Mm-hmm.
And I really don't even have an answer to that. I just create. Sometimes I make art pieces of weed where women smoking weed. Sometimes I make it about love. Sometimes I make it just about abstract. Whatever the case, I don't even have one. I just create.
Mm-hmm.
And that may sound crazy, but it's kind of like me. I don't put myself in the box, so I don't even put my art in the box. I just whatever I do is what I do. So one minute it could look this way, or it could look that way. Like if you go to my threads, you'll see all my art. Like I just posted after you reached out to me after that post, of course. I say a day or two after that, I posted all my art, not all of it, but most of it, for those who had just came to know who I am on threads. But it's a lot on there, and then it's on my IG, and you will see it's like different styles. You can tell it's mine. You can tell my style, but you can tell it's different things for all of them. They all look different, but look alike, like it's Tanishia's. So I don't really have that answer. It's just whatever I choose to make.
Sure. No, that's perfectly valid. Um, I guess the other part to this would then be is there anything you're trying to do like do with your art or is like there's an impact that you're hoping to have or is it just all just the process of you're just making it and what happens.
I honestly would like to. I'm trying to master animation. To be honest with you, like So what I've been doing is just showing people that I know what I'm doing with my art. I have done some animation, I have Procreate and things like that, but I'm trying to find a software that makes it flow better instead of looking like it's kind of like skipping a little bit. I don't like that. So with my animation, I love Boondocks. I love SpongeBob. I love all of that. Like I even love all the animes. Like I love anime, all of that. So I'm just like, okay, I really love Boondocks, and I want my art to pretty much look as clean as Boondocks. You see how perfect it looks. Like the colors just flow with each other, and then I want it to be raw and real like that too. But I'm trying to do it in different spaces. So like space. I always had this thing. I was like, why don't these people make more music videos with their songs? Like this song would be the perfect music video, and I'd be creating a music video in my head. So I'm like, what if I made it into an animation? So that's one thing. But then I also want to use it to heal people because, like I said, people say they're inspired by me and admire me. So I was like, what if I make an animation about my life? So it's gonna be different other zodiacs that I've been close to throughout these years who comes in the pictures and they talking, they give their messages too, stuff like that. So it's gonna be for fun and it's gonna also be to heal, but different avenues of it basically. But it's gonna all still be Tanisha.
Yeah, definitely the multidimensionalness of it. People will enjoy it, but they will also be well, whether they want to or not. I'm gonna make you guys get good, get better.
Right.
But you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it. It's not a threat. It's a promise.
Right.
Oh
I
my
did
god.
in my head like I'm just trying to do it all because I'm like, why would I sit here and just limit myself to one? Everything I want to do it all.
Preach.
Hmm.
Oh, it was a jack of all trades, master of none, but better than one. That's
Right.
the full quote, which I like the very end of that. Better than one. Better than just a guy who's really good at one thing. Better a little bit. Good, all the shit. So then, where do aliens fit in into this whole thing? Like where did you have a encounter of some kind, or is it just like you
It's
feel?
just because I know I am. The people, I feel like people call it black sheep all the time, but I'm like, okay, well, you're the black sheep, but I'm this because I'm just like, I just never felt like I belonged anyway. It's been very hard to try to explain to people who you are and how you think and all of that. I'm very misunderstood. Like, I'm understood by those that's close to me, but I'm still misunderstood at the same time.
Sure.
So it's just like the fact that it's a lot of stuff going on in the world I don't agree with. It's not my style. I don't care about. I don't have no interest in. I've always been on my own little cloud. I always just been like kind of like the little rare, just like the. I said that's me. I said that's me to the T because they are very, very like they are gems. They are rare, highly intelligent, highly sought after. Like I really feel like I'm just like that. So I like that's why I say I'm an alien. I know I'm an alien. I know I'm just different. I'm not a unicorn. I'm not a fairy. I'm not none of that. So,
Damn, dude.
I'm, I'll be in the shadows. You need me? All right. That's just me.
Damn, that's beautiful. That's so fucking cool, dude. But all right. Yeah, it was definitely like literally because it says inner threads profile like I'm an alien, and I'm just like this person. I want to talk to somebody who's just like so just like open about it. I'm like fuck yeah, dude. Because I mean I feel like I'm an alien too. That whole like not really feeling like you belong, or like never really. Not to say I didn't fit in, but it was more of like a survival. I need to fit in because this is like what it's how human beings are supposed to be. So I'm just like doing this because I'm pretty sure this is how I'm supposed to be. And I was just like never really actually like you're
That's
just
perfect. How you put that?
yeah
Yeah.
yeah yeah you're just like
Abs-
pretending to be like everybody else because it seems to be like what they're expecting you to do, but you don't really want to do it like that, but you have to because you're like a little ass kid and you don't want to get bullied for being super like way too weird because there's always those couple of kids who are just like you try to be nice to them and then they do the thing that you everyone bullies them for and they're like this is why everyone bullies you, like I'm trying to be your friend but damn it dude like don't do that shit. And, you don't want to be that guy.
yeah, and I'm the one that literally like you try to bully me. Oh, I'm the bully. Cause I'm the type of person that try to take up for people all the time too. Like I can't stand when I see somebody get bullied. People try to bully me, don't worry. I said, do you not know who I am? So I was sitting here like, I don't know. You can't bully me because I'll be quick to put somebody in place in that aspect. But yeah, imagine me coming up to you with my weed. You trying to bully me? Like, come on now,
Yeah,
don't do that.
yeah. You get to a point where you're able to defend yourself. You're just like, man, I wish somebody would. But they never do. They
Right,
never do because they know that you would just fucking like
baby. Yeah, yeah,
take it
yeah.
to them and they wouldn't be able to handle it. So they're like, I can't bully this person. Because they're too big of a bully. Like,
Mhm.
um,
Yeah.
totally not related to bullying in any way, shape, or form. But do you have a muse that you're like channeling in any way, shape, or form, or when you're making stuff, or is it just like where do you feel
Uh,
it comes from?
I won't necessarily have a. Well, let me not say that. A lot of times when I create, I can only create when I actually am inspired to do so. Because first of all, they have this whole saying that Pisces are emotional. No, we not. We're really not emotional. That's definitely Cancer. But anyway, I was saying here like I really show my emotions or feel my emotions and really even feel. I'm really the type of person that I don't care. That's literally me to the core. So it's just like the only time I can actually create is when I actually feel something. So for example, like I told you, I lost my mother. So I literally just created a poem yesterday because I was asleep and all of a sudden, it's kind of sound weird to say, but I was sleeping and I woke up and I felt super uncomfortable. Like it just my life has literally been feeling different since she left. So I'm just like I started crying. I'm like, why does life feel like this? Why I feel weird like this or whatever? So I ended up making a poem because I thought about her. Like I have to feel something, like literally feel something for me to create. So a lot of stuff don't inspire me. Like I could see some art pieces, like, oh, that's cute. But I still don't be inspired. I have to like really to the core feel something. But the person that I always think about when I do my art, like a lot of times when I want to quit, is my mother because I remember my okay, I did this 2017, so it had to be my 28th, not my 28th birthday, but 2018 on my birthday. She surprised me because her mother makes cakes. So I just remember she took one of my art pieces, gave it to my grandmother, and put it on my cake. And I cried. I said, that is so cute, or whatever. She has always been supportive of me. Like my mom, she has always been a person like, handle your business, hustle, hustle, hustle. This has always been us. We hustle like hard to the point of exhaustion sometimes. But the fact that she saw that I was good at art and she was so supportive of it, and then, like I said, she passed. And my sister and I, we was talking in the car one time. She was like, I was telling her, I said, Tia, I just really want my art to thrive like it's supposed to. And then I was talking about the celebrities I told you follow me. And she said, do you hear that? I said, I heard it when I said it. Because when you think about it, Chrisette Michelle, right? Last name Michelle. K Michelle, last name Michelle. I was talking about art. My mom's name is Michelle. So she was like, Mama told me to tell you to keep going with your art. I said, I believe that. So she is my muse because she supported me to the T. She ain't trying to question me and be like, well, that's not a real career. Like, you need to go get a job. She ain't do it. Anything I wanted to do, she was okay with, but she was really okay with my art. And then the fact that my grandparents, I stay with them now, I had to move here from Atlanta, but not by choice. So the fact that everybody around me is like, go after your art, go after your art, that is everything to me. But my mother is definitely my muse because she is the one in the spiritual realm when she was physically here, just my cheerleader the heaviest. So she's my muse when it comes to my art.
That's so fucking fantastic. I envy you for that, having such supportive and loving family. Not to say my family doesn't love me, but it's just that I never feel like I got support like that. So I.
Yeah. Just it's new for me because I have been against my family kept going against me for the longest. My mom's side especially will always come after me. But my mom, my sister, my brother, and I, we always was us against everybody. And I don't know if you can see this, but it's my great grandmother. You probably can't see it. Let me see. Right there.
Mm-hmm.
My great grandmother. She passed when I was 16. So her and my mother, they both lived with whatever. They were the ones that outside of my siblings showed me the most love. So they both gone. So the force of having to move here to Atlanta was out of my control. I knew it was God. So for me to be here with my another one of my favorite people, which is besides my siblings, my grandparents, and letting them heal me because of their love and seeing a different side of family. Because like I said, my mom's side, my grandparents, they definitely showed me what it is to have love and support. Because I ain't had it from nobody else besides my mom, my great grandmother, my siblings. So that's new for me. I had to I had to really take that in because it was so abnormal, so weird at first. But yeah, it's a blessing for sure. And the fact that I've been looking for a job since 2023. Jobs keep telling me no. I keep hearing no, no, no with a lot of stuff. The only thing they've been telling me is art. And the fact that they fully support it, I said, you know what? Thank you. I was meant to come down here for a reason and just focus on my art because I couldn't do it with bills and a job, obviously.
Right.
Yeah, but it's been blessing me. Like I was saying, out the blue, I get some blessings out the blue with my art. So I'm like, there's nothing but God. Thank you. You know,
Absolutely. Hmm. Damn. So, do you aspire uh, to greatness in your art in like any capacity?
absolutely. I want to look. I want people here, Tanishia Shanae, to know exactly who I am. Like, I want to be able to be the person. Like, I'm honestly trying to be the one to thrive so well in this to the point I can help other artists. Because I be seeing too many talented artists not get the recognition they deserve. Some doing it way longer than I have. So I want to be able to be the one to lead with that and inspire them and aspire them, and be able to open doors for them. Because I'm like, I see in my cases and other cases where they could be so talented, I gotta say no, that's not the image we going for. And then you look at somebody else, you like, hold on, that look kind of. I ain't trying to judge nobody, or please, no, I'm not. But that looks kindergarten. You telling me to do no, but it's kind of weird. So I do want to, be this person to inspire somebody because with my whole testimony with life, even with this whole art thing, it can definitely help a lot of people. So yeah, I definitely want to. Definitely want to.
You're doing it. I mean, I think so at least. Like it's fucking it's it's with this idea that like you find a routine or like get into like a flow state and you're just like naturally like pursuing the thing and it just you kind of just form the habits and become the person who is great before you ever get the recognition of it.
Right.
So I think that's all you can do is just like be prepared for an opportunity, and then when it arises, fucking crush it and kill it, and people will fucking be like, oh shit, this person's dope, and be like, yeah, I've been dope the whole time. You guys just didn't fucking know.
Yeah, that's why I was very fortunate, honestly, that you even. Well, for one, you gotta let go of control too, because when you try to pinpoint in your head how things supposed to go, it's not gonna happen. Every time I let go of control, it just can't. Like I could sit here and say something for weeks, like, oh, I want this. Why this not happening? So I let go of control, it can't be just like that. So that's one thing, but that's why I said I'm very fortunate. When I saw your comment on Thread, I was honestly happy. I said somebody want to learn about me. I really appreciated that, and I'm very happy that, like I said, I've been like just an hour and a half of sleep. The fact that we having this conversation is everything. I really appreciate it. Like I really do like the fact to be able to talk about it. Somebody actually wanted to know who I am as a person and as an artist, so I appreciate it.
Fuck yeah, dude. I feel I feel so fucking blessed to be able to do it. It's such a weird. Sometimes I feel like it's a weird thing to do, but it just it. I feel like it eventually, even just now, it fucking is paying off in a way, and that like it's just as the fucking thing grows and gets wider awareness around it, that like all I gotta do is talk to somebody and sit. They'll help. They sit down and talk to me for an hour, and it just like they fucking explode, and then they get fucking extra famous from my fame. Basically, is what I'm hoping.
Well, I pray you get everything you deserve to, because you really doing a really good thing. Like I haven't heard anybody, I haven't personally heard nobody do this before. So they talk to person and everything like that, but it's more genuine, not like a. You know how you look at TV like the interview, like hey, like Oprah or something. I don't like Oprah, but you catch my tricks. This feels more personal and good versus that. So I really feel you're gonna go far with yours too.
I, do- I feel it. I feel it. It's like how you say like letting go of control and like just trusting the process and putting in the work and eventually just fucking making it. At some point, you just wake up one day and you're like, oh shit, I made it. Like this is dope. But
Exactly. And you
trusting,
have questions, so you natural with it. So that's you're gonna definitely thrive in yours too, for sure.
have faith. Have faith. If you have little faith, you ain't gotta go anywhere. But if you got faith, you're going places. If I could
Absolutely.
if I could say that and it make any sense. But I think we're kind of close to the end. I'm not actually sure when I started, which is my own fault. I think, and I was like a little late, but started.
I think it was like 40 my time we started.
Okay,
8:42.
then we're right on time. So we'll do the last question, and then after that, uh, shout out anybody you want to shout out, and then let people know where they what they can find and where to go to find you and what they can find when they get there. But first, the final question being, if we were both passed away as soon as I hit the stop recording button, what is like a nugget of wisdom, a piece of advice, or like something very like heartfelt or genuine or important that you feel like you would want people to like know or see? Like if this was gonna be like the fucking like capstone of the fucking uh, podcast, that you're just like people like take this with you. It's important. Damn it.
So what would I say, like as far as an in general thing, a gym or something like that?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna say that first. So, of course, like I say, always keep God first. Have your faith. Stop trying to have this whole map out of how your life should be, because it's a lie. Plenty of times I thought my life was gonna be something, or I thought I was on the right path, and I got not back to square one. But I'm finally on the right path. Thank God for that. So have put God first. Have faith in not only God but also yourself. Have good people around you, and just live your damn life. Because I'm like you, like I say, you have this one life. That's the only life you have. Like, don't have no regrets with that. Don't overthink. Don't try to force somebody to love you. Don't try to force a job to accept you. Don't do none of that. Just be true to yourself and live your life and do great at that. Because if you live your life to your truth, everything else will align for you. That's my gem I would give.
Wow. That's fucking awesome, man. That's so great. I think I kind of said my part earlier about just having faith, and you little faith won't do any dope shit. So just like trust the process that eventually something somewhere will give, and that even if you get knocked back to square one, that you're meant to be there for a reason, and that you're fucking going along the way you need to go. So
Right? Sit in your silence and listen to the voice, though. Because if you don't sit in silence and hear what you need to do, you're gonna keep you're supposed to be going here, but then you sit here listening to everything else. You can go over there and you're supposed to be going straight. Sit in silence, listen to what you need to do, so you don't have to go back to square one. Stop rushing. Yeah.
amen, amen. So T- Tanisha,
Yep.
fuck yeah, Tanisha. Where can people find your art, or and like what kind of, what like where can people find you, and what are they gonna find when they get there?
Okay. So most of my art, I just had started my page all over on IG. So my IG is at I am Tanishia Shanae. So that's TANISHIASHANAE. Same thing on Threads, but most of my work for the most part goes on Threads because that's where I get the most love at. But you will see poems, you'll see my random thoughts. I feel like I'm such a joy. I feel like I'm a hoot. So you'll find it there. My poems, my art, my thoughts. On my Threads and on IG, you'll just see my poems and my art. That's about it. So
Cool. All right, people. Smile more, complain less. Never, ever, ever give up until you discern it's for your darndest best. Namaste. Have a great day. Slap soon if it's nighttime soon. Like, share, comment, subscribe to keep the algorithm satisfied. And if I don't catch you while I'm alive, I will. Or if I don't see you while I'm alive, I'll catch you on the flip side after I die. Thank you for your time and attention and energy. I wish you well wherever you're going and whatever you're doing in your life. And I will catch you in the next one. Thank you. Mahalo.